What is going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. We got the Berserker Predator bust in the house. So I ordered this off eBay. I did notice off the initial photos, this piece was super dusty. Like, dude, bro, dust are freaking statues. So I literally had to take a white rag to remove the dust because a blower wasn't good enough. Secondly, they boxed it horrible, so there was a shit ton of damage on this piece. Fortunately, the majority of it's in the back. There are a few in the front, and it's all in the dreads. Super happy the mouth was not broken, because, God, if this was to break off, I'd just have to return it. But there is a ton of damage, which I'll show you guys. It's mostly in the back. In the front, it's really... God, it's not even holding in good, this glue. This completely broke off. All right, yeah, that thing was coming off, and glue is, it's heavy. That's the thing. It's 3 dreads plus that. I got it glued back now. I need to buy more Zap-A-Gat. My Zap-A-Gat's gone to crap. And so I've been trying to hot glue it. Took me like 6 tries, but it seems to be hanging on strong. I'm going to wait to see if it is falling down at all. If it doesn't after like 10 minutes, I think I'm good. But still, you can definitely easily see it. Even now, look at that. It looks like it's starting to fall down again. I may need to just get more... yeah, this is going to fall off. I need to get more Zap-A-Gat. This is just not working. So, I need Zap-A-Gat. Or, I got another one. That's the biggest frontal damage. That one. Other than that, the front in general looks pretty good. There's a few scuff marks here and there. On the back, dear God. So this one was broke, and that holds that long thing. A lot of these are like broken sort of like that. That's broke, that's broke. This one's broke, that one's broke. That one's broke. This one broke right there. You can see the wiring inside. And here's the thing, it didn't actually have like the parts. That's everything I found in the box. And I'm pretty sure I've seen some glue on this. Here's the thing. The guy listed this as mint condition. It definitely was not mint. I could see glue and some of it, the way the parts were in the box, I could tell this thing was broken when he shipped it. And of course, when he listed it on customs, he listed a high amount, so I got hit with a $110 customs fee, in addition to paying, way overpaying for this. I've seen this go for $650 on Facebook, but it's always local pickup. And I paid $1,800 plus custom fees for a super damaged bus, so I'm super pissed. I'm going to request a massive refund. Like, honestly, I feel like he should refund me half off. There is at least like 30 points of damage on this bust. The box is completely destroyed. There's a hole that's like 14 by 14 inches on it. And it's just impossible. Like, that box is completely worthless. Like, I will never be able to ship this without immense damage occurring again. And so the box is just worthless. And trying to sell it, I could probably get $500. So he realistically needs to refund me like $700. I doubt the guy's going to be, he's probably going to be like, no refunds, no returns, and I'll have to involve eBay. That is my guess. So I got a ton of glue all over my hands, which is annoying. I'm going to have to buy more Zap-A-Gat. My Zap-A-Gat's gone to crap, and hot gluing just is not working. So I'm going to buy Zap-A-Gat immediately, and then I'll just have to glue it once that arrives. I also technically have an epoxy one, but that's one you have to like, it takes like 24 hours for it to settle, and that's the strongest stuff. I may have to try it because I do have some. I need to double check if I got the 5-minute one or the hour. So if it's 5 minutes, I could hold it for 5 minutes. But obviously I've seen this bus. I owned it in person. I wish I never sold it. However, mine I wouldn't be able to fit bottom garage shelf. My local buddy was selling his. I should have bought his before he moved back to Mexico. So overall, this is a great bus. It's just a shame there's quite a bit of damage. The guy packed it extremely poor. He definitely should have added a ton of bubble wrap in there, and it was absolute 0 out of 10 for packaging, like the way he boxed it up, and definitely shipped it already damaged, even though he marked it mint condition, and all his pictures were terrible. But obviously this is going to go down there. As soon as we can get this glued, all the back damage in general is kind of irrelevant because it's in the back behind a garage shelf. Obviously, from like 6 feet away, you can't tell. When you get up close, you can see everything. I mean, you can still see that damage from this distance. But it's in the back, which is not super important. It's this front one I really need to get glued in good. So, yeah. I did want to see how this looks next to my Jungle Hunter. So let me move that thing and display that up high just so we can see how it looks in the display. Alrighty, folks. So here is a size comparison of the Berserker Predator. Definitely a good size. Obviously not as much chest as this guy. He has quite a bit more chest and more arms. But that is next to Aliens FX. Now, Aliens FX is technically 34 inches tall and add a 2-inch base, so it's 36 inches tall. He is 32 inches tall, so... Although he does look a tad taller than the Cinema Cat, so maybe one of them sizing is slightly off. And obviously, Wolf is the smallest. The design of Wolf was 0 out of 10 from Cool Props. The worst designed bust ever. Like, it's angled down, has like no chest, weird base. It's honestly like the design is just so bad. That's why I had to put a bunch of like crap underneath it to prop it up. Otherwise, he's like looking straight at the ground. Like, dear God, never have your bust looking down. That is absolutely horrible. Especially the way that one looks down. Like, if I didn't do that, it looks so much worse there. Berserker is definitely a great bust. Good size, for sure. I love the open mouth, and the design of the spider predator is extremely cool. Paint job is decent. The 1/4 scale's actually a better paint job. This is an older piece, though. This came out a long time ago. So I actually love the way they did the dreads being sculpted and how they flow everywhere. Just a shame it arrived with so much damage. And I tried 2-part epoxy, 5-minute set. Didn't even stay for half a second. I've tried a bazillion times doing hot glue. Doesn't work. My Zap-A-Gap's crap. So I need to try new Zap-A-Gap because that's usually the best and strongest. For now, I'll just have to leave that part broken off as is, which sucks. It's very annoying. Now, technically, there is no vein work here in the mouth. However, that technically is accurate to the movie. There actually was no vein work in the mouth. The eyes are decals, which is the biggest disappointment with this. Especially since the decals, like, they don't even, like, go in. They kind of just go out like that. So that's the biggest downside. All these, like, quills, they look fine. They look good. The teeth look good, but I think the 1/4 has better teeth. They could be a little bit more, I don't know, translucent. That looks excellent. The gun, you can see in comparison to this one. I feel like this one's just 3D printed. So that to me looks better. And it's bigger. It's a very heavy bust, weighs like 70 pounds. So when I pick it up, it definitely struggles. This one has really nice eyes because they're glass. The teeth are okay. They're pretty good teeth. The quills definitely are not that good on this. The holes are too big so you can see the hole, which I don't like. And obviously the dreads are very globbed together, which I'm not a fan of. I like the necklace. The armor looks decent. I'll say the armor looks better on the Sideshow. This bust in general needs a total repaint. Because Wolf did have some vein work in the mouth. And this has virtually no vein work. I mean, I don't even know what that is, but in general, yeah, like the vein work's terrible. In general, Berserker's a great bus, especially if you can get it at a good price. I will say probably stick to local shipping, just because me having it shipped from Canada, I definitely feel like I got super ripped off. But as long as I can get that glued on good, then and get a large refund, so it's like probably over 50 points of breakages. I need 50% back, honestly. I need like a $700 refund. I think that's fair considering the amount of damage, the crappy package job. Like, this guy should have loaded that with peanuts and bubble wrap. If he had loaded it with that, then this would have arrived perfectly fine. It was a piss poor package job. The styrofoam was broke in multiple parts. It was definitely the person who shipped it. And I also believe it was damaged before shipment. I believe it definitely got damaged during shipment, but there was parts when I opened the box. I'm like, wait, how would that damaged part get there? There's no effing way. That was shipped like that. So definitely the seller. So I'm hoping they're just not going to be a pain. They'll just be like, okay, I'm sorry, here's $700. My guess is they're going to say, sorry, no refunds, no returns. I'm like, all right, well, I guess I got to involve eBay. So if I have to return it, thing is I'd have to ship it to Canada, which would cost me $400. Anyways, let's go ahead and put it down there. I'm just going to have to remove that black bar, and I should be able to just slot it right in. If I can't slot it in, then the other option is I have to remove everything up top, remove the board, and drop it in from up top, which would be extremely annoying. Although dropping it from up top, it's too heavy. I think I'd have to remove the black bar, just like disassemble the garage shelf and then assemble over it. But it will fit bottom garage shelf. You can fit 33.5 inches where it will like go into the ceiling, because that's how tall that black shelf is. 33.5 inches. And this is the 32 inches. At least that's what it's advertised, but it looks taller than Cinema Cat, which is also 32. Let me measure it real quickly. Yeah, it's definitely taller than 32. I measure 33 inches, possibly even 33 1/4. So it still should fit down low. The top of the head, like this part, will definitely be covered by the black bar. So that will be covered by the black bar. You won't see that. But the important thing is down here. So if the top part's blocked, it's okay. That part will definitely be way below the black bar, which is fine. Just the top part's definitely going to be blocked there. Anyways, let's go ahead and struggle and put it in there. Let's just pray to God it frickin' fits. Alrighty, folks. So this is me standing up, looking at it. Even standing up, it's actually not that bad. You can still see like the eyes, the mouth, everything pretty good. Like I said, the top part's blocked. It's less blocked when I'm sitting on my couch working. I tried so many times to glue that thing, but super glue, my crappy Zap-A-Gap, and the epoxy just did not work. So I ordered some new Zap-A-Gap because mine became very, instead of like almost liquidy, it was almost like, I don't know, like a thick goo, but it just wouldn't stick. And I feel like it, I don't know. Here it is from sitting on my couch. So I can see pretty much almost the whole thing. I can still fit, obviously, that gauntlet with the weapon in the back. I mean, you can't see it super good, but I mean, I have questioned if I should get the Berserker mask just because I have a wolf mask. I have obviously 2 jungle masks technically there. Now, the only way we can make a Berserker mask work is if we remove the alien poster and that screen mask and do it right there. I'm going to Photoshop it, but that's the only place we could do a Berserker mask. Now, I'm a huge fan of the Berserker mask. I think it's sick. And in a perfect world, I'd have this all top shelf and the Berserker mask above. I'm hoping I can at least get a $600 refund because I can buy the Berserker mask for $600. So if I could get the Berserker mask with the refund, that would work out perfect. And obviously I need to glue that most noticeable damaged part. Once that's glued and I can get the refund, I'll be happy. Because then I can use that refund to buy the Berserker mask. We remove the alien poster. Probably put it where the blade poster is at. I love that alien poster, so I hate to move it. But ultimately, a Berserker mask would look cooler there. I don't know about having 2 masks next to each other. I was thinking Berserker mask right there, and maybe even doing like a Wolf Predator spear in between. Something. I could do a life-size whip. I mean, technically, I could also move that in between them, but I kind of like where that's at, right above the bust. But we'll see about the refund. If I could get at least $600, I can use it to buy the mask. Because I already have the mask available to purchase at that price, which is a decent price. Other sellers were wanting like $750 or $800, which is just way too much. I mean, the thing retailed at $350, and I think a price for it should be about $500. So overall, I do love the Berserker bust. I think it's a better bust than Wolf. Definitely not as good as my Aliens FX, although material-wise, I do prefer the fact this is 70 pounds and super solid. But Aliens FX has many better things. The gun is better on this. Obviously, this actually has a base. That has more body. There's definitely some... Aliens FX has obviously a mask and glass eyes and a really good paint job. The paint could definitely be updated on this thing. I've seen some sick repaints. I wouldn't get mine repainted due to the damage. I mean... they'd have to fix the damage and repaint it. But that would cost thousands and thousands plus shipping it. So I'm just going to accept it as is. It still has a pretty good paint job. Looks good down low. So we're just going to accept it. I may gloss up the eyes or the mouth. Although the mouth does have a decently glossiness. And the eyes actually have a shine because of the light. So I really just need to fix that damage. So got to wait for the Zap-A-Gap. There's a bunch of little broken parts right here, but... God, I ain't going to try to glue that. Besides, it's all in the back, so I'm just going to throw that away. I'm going to throw the box away. There's no way I'm keeping that box. It's so damaged. Oh, my Jupiter. Let me actually show you the damage to the box. Oh, my God. Anyways, overall rating for a life-size bust, if you can get under $1,000, definitely very worth it. It's a solid, like 7.5 out of 10 bust. And I definitely think it looks great in my setup. It's just a shame there's so much damage. Let me show you the box, though. This is wild. Alrighty, so here's the box, which, let me just kind of show you guys. I mean, good God, it's so bad. It had this giant hole. Literally. Like, look how big that is. Plus, there's other crap like that. Like, this is really bad, folks. Anyways, let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.